Hi everybody, Dan Illman, Mike Beer. One of the feature races at Gulfstream Park on a stakes-laden Saturday card is race number 10. It's the $100,000 Mucho Macho Man Stakes. Newly turned 3-year-olds going a one-turn mile. Let's take a look at this field. Number 2, Chance It, multiple stakes winner. Going to take on open foes for the first time, but 9-5 on the morning line. This is a 2-year-old that earned 90 Beyer speed figures on 3 occasions as a fairly early 2-year-old.
Didn't make any real mistakes as a 2-year-old. We'll see if he can keep it going into his 3-year-old campaign here. He's just one of several horses in here, Dan, who ran some pretty fast races as younger horses. We'll see who wants to go on and who wants to keep improving as they stretch out and get older.
I think a real key component of this race is the pace, because a horse like Chance It likes to be close to the pace. We have him relatively close to the pace, but we also have a red bar scenario. There are several stretch out sprinters in here. Horses that have shown sprint speed, now going to try to go a mile distance for the first time. One of them, the 4, as seen on TV. We've got Inter Miami. These horses have pressed quick fractions. It may force Chance It into a chasing position off of a layoff.
And there's no shortage of speed in this race, so there's certainly a chance that this things gets heated up very early in the spot.
And that would help the 1 South Bend. And this is a nicely bred son of Algorithms. The dam was a stakes winner on turf. This dam's already foaled a multiple stakes winner on dirt. And he came from off the pace to win his first 3. And last time out, he caught a sloppy track. I'm just willing to give that as an excuse. And also, there was just no pace. So Julian Leparoux had to get into the race early. I don't think that's this horse's running style. To me, this time form US pace projector plays right into his hooves.
It does. And you know what? Turning back to the one-turn mile might actually help him out as well. So we'll see how it all plays out. He really did, I thought, ran pretty well in his first 3 starts, mostly because he was just so green early on. Just felt like he was getting better with every start. I think that's reflected in his PPs. He's already a stakes winner at a one-turn mile. He fits really well in this race.
Chance It, the number 2, was the best 2-year-old in South Florida last year. We talked about all those fast races. Well, he didn't earn a 90 Beyer in the In-Reality Stakes. He didn't need to. Watch this 84 Beyer performance. He romped going a 2-turn mile in a 16th. He's already in front. It's off, and away for Chance It. After this race, they were thinking of running him in the Breeders' Cup, and he got a little bit sick. They wanted to then run him in the Springboard Mile. There was all sorts of quarantine issues at Remington Park. He hasn't exactly been sitting on the sidelines eating bonbons. He breezed in 58, then he breezed in 46. He looks sharp.
He really does. I mean, there's really nothing to knock about his first 5 races. He's run well in all of them. You just saw him, take the race to Smash Factor, who was also back in this field last time, and just run away from that horse in the stretch. He's another horse too, Dan. He won a 2-turn mile in 16th. Cutting back to the 1-turn mile might actually help this horse.
Smash Factor did defeat Chance It when they made their career debuts way back on June the 1st, going 5 furlongs. Since then, Smash Factor was smashed by Chance It and then was beaten by As Seen on TV. It's possible the gelded son of Kozan has exposed a little bit, and I'm not sure if a mile is what he wants, but he does have improving Beyer speed figures on display, and he's going to be a price.
I mean, he exits a fast race last time. He just happened to be no match for As Seen on TV. So we'll see if he can just take another step forward. It feels like he's as good as his last race was, and the figure comes back and makes him a real contender in here. It feels like he's going to have to do better than that.
He's going to have to, because we're going to watch that race. As Seen on TV, defeating Smash Factor. Smash Factor on the inside set the pace. As Seen on TV perched outside. As Seen on TV is just better on this day. He's got a nice pedigree to stretch out as well. He's a son of Looking at Lucky. He's a half-to-cage fighter who was a stakes winner on the turf. This is a nice performance for As Seen on TV, and he's got figs now in his last 2 races. The horse that beat him 2 back, Meru's pretty good.
Yeah, that horse is pretty good. This horse debuted at Monmouth sprinting, and he was just in a long battle in that race. He was very game to prevail there. His second to Meru, there's nothing wrong with that in his second start, and he ran really well last time too. Keeps getting better. It feels like the 1-turn mile is supposed to be no problem for him.
Really good trainer in Kelly Breen as well. The number 5 is Ashar. Nice debut score at Belmont. 80 Beyer speed figure. That race earned him favoritism over Independence Hall in the Grade 3 Nashua. Independence Hall ran, the fastest race of any 2-year-old last year, a 103 Beyer, I think it was in that race. Triple 101 Beyer speed figure. And then he came back to win the Jerome on New Year's Day. So I won't hold Ashar's loss against him. I know you were disappointed in that performance, but he just ran against a horse that freaked out.
Couldn't have won that race anyway. You wanted to see him run a little bit better than that. He was very, I don't want to say he was headstrong, but he was under a big hold, tracking the pace 3 wide. Tried to go with Independence Hall as they turned into the stretch. And once Independence Hall left him behind, he just sort of gave it up at the end of that race and was well beaten at the end. It was a little disappointing. I don't want to be too hard on him for it because his debut was a seriously good performance. And if he can get back to something like that, I think he's a major player in this race.
And he's another horse that I think is going to benefit from that experience. He has a really strong pedigree on the bottom.
Yeah,
several stakes winners this dam has thrown already. And Ashar's a horse I think they're just going to let these other ones go out and cook themselves on the front. Ashar, like South Bend, should be running strongly in the stretch. The 6 is Sole Volante, and this one's going to try dirt for the first time. He has come from the clouds to win both of his lifetime starts. He's done it very impressively. I mean, 89 Beyer speed figure for a second-time 2-year-old. That's strong. And the dam's thrown a Grade 3 stakes winner on the dirt, I believe, in one of those bull rings in Canada, a horse named Explode. My concern is this. Yes, there's a little bit of dirt in the bottom. I'm not sure if the Caracantes want dirt.
I'm not either. He's just not my kind of horse. And I don't have any problem with his first 2 starts. He's made big runs in those races. He was prices both times. It didn't matter. And he got a figure for the last one. He's just not my kind of horse switching to dirt for the first time.
But it looks like he'll get the setup in here. We'll see how he handles getting a little dirt kicked in his face early, but I can expect a late run for Sole Volante. Inter Miami is the number 7. This horse debuted for a $50,000 price tag. There were no takers. It was like stealing because as we turn into the stretch, Inter Miami has taken this race over. It is a very easy win. He wins by almost 9. The Beyer looks legit in 81. I like this nice outside post position for him where he can perch himself off of the early leaders while in the clear. And I think there's enough stamina. I know Big Drama, his sire, was a sprinter. You get the Colonel Joan on the bottom. I think a mile's probably within his scope.
Yeah, I think so too. Listen, he's got to step way up in class here and stretch out in distance. It's certainly not an easy spot for him. He looked good winning first time out. I suspect he's going to have a little bit of a tougher time with this group.
I had a tough time handicapping this race. All I know is I want a little bit of a price. We take a look at our top picks. I'm going with Smash Factor, who I think is going to be one of the longest prices on the board. Yes, he has to improve, I think, more than a little bit in order to beat this field, but he came close to as seen on TV. If he's beaten Chance It, he's going to be a good price. It's merely a stab. You're giving Ashar one more chance. He seems more likely to me. I think he's going to get bet down from his morning line.
I do too. I won't expect the 10-1 they haven't pegged at. We'll see where he ultimately settles. To me, his debut was too good. I got to give him another chance off of that disappointing performance last time.
Interesting race in the Mucho Macho Man. Who knows? A winner or a couple of horses might come out of this race. We see him in the Fountain of Youth. They're on their way on the road to the Kentucky Derby. The Mucho Macho Man, race number 10 at Gulfstream on Saturday. Approximate post time, 4:30 Eastern. Good luck.